So I buzzed all my hair off. So we're gonna make good old British sausage roll. So I don't know, I can't remember how much the sausage roll was. For some reason I feel like it was 80p. Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I probably could Google it, but I haven't. I think it was 80p. Probably like £1 now. I don't know. Wait, we're gonna make 3 different types though. So, what I don't have a meat grinder, so I'm not gonna get pork mince, I'm not gonna get belly and all that and make my own filling. Struggle for proper sausages here. See, no, I take that back. We're not struggling for proper sausages, struggle for sausages as I know them. So here it's all the Italian, mild and hot. You get some places that sell bratwurst. But what I've got is what they call breakfast sausages that are just pork. All it is, ingredients, pork and then some other stuff, but no like major flavours. So I'm going to use this meat. So I'm going to strip all this meat out of this pork, separate into 3 separate batches. I'm not going to make my puff pastry because who's got time to make puff pastry? Some people probably. Actually, probably do have time, but I'm still not going to do it. And then the 3 different flavours I'm going to do, because this is just pork, I'm going to try and replicate Cumberland Sausage flavours. Second one I'm going to do, I'm going to try and replicate the Greggs. I've looked at a couple of recipes and from what looks of it, it's like a basic just pork with some apple in there. It's quite a classic flavour combination. And then the last one, I've kind of thought up of quite a nice flavour combination. I'm going to caramelize some onions with some balsamic and some sage. If you're somewhere where you can get like decent quality sausages, you could make these with Italian sausages. It's just not the flavour profile that I really want. So I'm not going to do it. I want to painstakingly take all these out of the casing. But if you are somewhere that just has good sausages or bigger ones of these, just use those so you don't have to use these tiny things. Pretty simply just going to pinch the middle and then twist like that and then break it in half. God damn it. Take the meat casing. Get all that meat out. That's it for all of them. Okay, so now that sausage meat's all emptied out, let's make the other little bits of fillings. So for the one that's kind of a replication of the Greggs, got a Granny Smith apple, peel half, grater and just grate. It's not going to sound great, so I'm going to cut the audio out there. What you don't want when it comes to making pastry is all that liquid. So grab your apple, squeeze it. That came out, that would just make the sausage rolls a soggy mess, and probably every other sausage roll that's in that cupboard. Every other sausage roll that's in that tray. But squeeze that out. And then clean your mess up. Okay, and then in there also, we're gonna go with half a teaspoon of salt. It really depends how much meat you're using, okay? So I've kind of done my measurements in my head compared to how much meat I have and how many rolls I'm making, yada yada. Black pepper, a teaspoon of dried thyme-ish. Our onion balsamic. So what we're gonna do with the onion, we're gonna chop this up. Okay, it doesn't need to be crazy fine because they're gonna shrink while frying them. So let's get these in a pan. Okay, so while they're frying off, we'll get the rest of the last filling in, which would just be again a teaspoon of salt. Just gonna eyeball this one. pepper, and sage leaves. Oh, lovely. If you don't like sage, you can use rosemary, you could use basil, I guess. I think basil might be a bit strange. Anyway, what I'm going to do is place the sage leaves in a big pile, like this. So you want to just one through they'll, with the fat coming off the pork and then it cooking and bubbling inside, they'll basically like soften, disintegrate, melt. So don't worry about there being chunkier leaves. I've seen videos of people putting whole sage leaves down. Okay, and they'll just melt when you eat them. It's cool. Get back to the onions. Okay, so these onions can come, I'm going to put them in this tray that the sausage was in, it's fine, saves me washing up, get all of them out, spread them out because they've got to cool down really, so they're going to be sticky, sweet, balsamic-y onions. In here I've got all my sausage meat, so what I want to do is take off any jewellery, have a sip of my coffee, and just smush it together basically, make it one mound of meat. Then separate into 3 equal amounts. Okay, so I'll put one aside for the balsamic onions. In this one we'll put in our apple and thyme. Let's just get that in there, and again, just incorporate it. Okay, let's do our Cumberland sausage base. We've got salt, pepper, thyme, cayenne pepper, ground coriander, pinch of sugar. That's it. It also says nutmeg, but I'm not going to go buy nutmeg just for this. Okay, and last but not least, our balsamic caramelized onions. What we're going to do with those is we're going to put them all in the fridge for about half an hour to just cool down. Okay, while they're chilling in the fridge, let's talk pastry. So the pastry on a sausage roll is puff pastry. Now, you can make your own if you want. You can. I commend you because I'm not going to do it. It takes so long. You've got to flatten the butter, fold, chill, fold, chill. I'm just going to buy it. I've got like 6 sheets, and you want it about as thick as like a coin, like a pound coin. If you're in England, here, what would be, oh, I haven't used coins in ages. How thick's that? 1/4 inch, like that. If I cut this straight down the middle, doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I've got my 2 bits of pastry here. I'm doing my first sausage meat, so I will basically just half this because that's all I need, and then all I'm going to do is half that again, plonk a ball there, and then smush that out, stretch it out, and kind of do this, kind of press and rotate. Doesn't have to be perfect here. You don't want it down the middle perfectly either, you want it off-centered slightly. Okay, do the same for this one. Basically, just get an ish kind of shape. And what you want to do is just push that all together and keep smushing down. There's a bit extra meat on this side, so I'm going to put it up here. And keep stretching down until you get maybe about ½ an inch off each side. Like that. Okay? And then egg wash. Use a basting brush if you have one. I don't. Egg wash the big sides. Yeah, like that. And then from there, we're going to take the smaller end, like this, and just, as one would, roll over. Okay. You're going to roll the meat, but don't tuck it under. It's not like a fajita. You're going to roll it like that, push it to the edge, and then just push that meat down a little bit. There you go. That's it. Okay. It's not going to be the neatest, but we're going to tidy it up. Okay. So let's rinse and repeat. Starters. Okay. So what we're going to do is tidy it up. The edge off, to right, there's a gap. Come straight down. Just be confident with your knife. Like that. And at the end, again, straight down. Okay. Then from there we take a fork, just slightly dipped in that egg wash, and then all the way down we secure it. We don't stab it in, right? Don't make a hole. So you have to be a bit more careful with it. And then we're actually gonna make crop cuts. Now I'm gonna have to do them differently. So for this is the Cumberland, I'm gonna do horizontal. So I know what I'm doing. Okay. Just all the way down. Okay. Now you can cook a big one like this. That's great, but I'm gonna do this in half. Okay. Just be careful with your knife. Just take your time. And this one in half as well. 4 uncooked sausage rolls into our tray, lined with baking sheets, parchments. Up we go. Once they're in there like that, we'll give them another little egg wash. These will go in for 20 minutes, 400 Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, I'm gonna get these in and then do the rest of them up and do them in batches. That sage really comes through. We get the slight hint of balsamic. That is gorgeous. And last but not least, our slightly soggy bottom. Apple and pork. and thyme. So this one smells more like the traditional. Massive flavour of thyme. A little amount of sweetness from the apple, but the pastry is really, it makes it. Oh, this, he's not home yet, but this, I think especially these ones, this Cumberland Sausage one, it's going to make my housemate very happy when he gets back tomorrow. I'm also going to take them to work because there's a couple of people who wanted to try my sausage rolls. So yeah, well, I really enjoyed making this one because look at what I got. Oh, I don't know why I make these more often. Remember, like, subscribe, sausage rolls, follow me on, you know, the social stuff. But just like it and subscribe it and watch all the other videos, that's more important.